And welcome to game number 4 of this best of 5 semifinals between the Alaska Aces, who are one win away from going back to the finals, and led by the beast Calvin Abueva, who is electrifying fans in different ways, both good and bad. That's the kind of effect that Abueva has, and Rob Dozier will his steady ways continue, especially his defense for Alaska. And then standing in their way, the Sanmig Coffee Mixers, and this is a do-or-die situation for Sanmig Coffee. And their fans concerned. Not concerned about Denzel Bowles, because Denzel Bowles has proven before that he can win when their backs are against the wall. They're concerned because that man, yung para sa Sanmig Coffee, the face of the PBA, will not play tonight and is questionable for the remainder of the series. Magandang gabi po, Miko Alili with El Decano, Senyor Quinito Henson. Quinito, you really feel, Alaska fans, they're really excited, but the Sanmig Coffee fans inside the Big Dome, very anxious for tonight's ball game.
Well, sense of urgency definitely para sa Sanmig Coffee, because kailangan nilang manalo ngayon to be able to force a Game 5 para bang may twice to beat advantage ang Alaska. And if you're talking about Alaska, Miko, dapat sabihin din natin that this is now the league's #1 winningest team. They have won 7 of their last 8 games. The only loss was a 2-point defeat to Sanmig Coffee. Kaya pwede natin masabi, this is a team now that has championship tradition. It has re-emerged to become another title contender.
And this team also features the beast Calvin Abueva, and he really brings out different emotions from different people.
Well, ang sinasabi ni Calvin Abueva, mali daw yung pagkatawag sa kanyang the beast. Dapat daw the best.
Wow, sabi niya.
Hindi, sabi ko lang yun.
Sabi ko lang mga tao.
Sabi ko lang yun. But, the way he has been playing, definitely, he's the best rookie sa ating liga. And the way he has been playing is just unbelievable. He brings a lot of energy, hustle, tapos marginal points for Alaska. 24 points and 10 rebounds in game number 3. That was Alaska's second straight victory over Sanmig Coffee, and they're just one win away from wrapping this series up.
Calvin Abueva, he's a fighter, he's a competitor, he's a showman. And for Sanmig Coffee naman, they could not keep up with the energy of Abueva and the Aces. In a sense, parang naubusan ng init yung Mixers back in game number 3.
Well, parang nga naubusan, no? But this is a team that knows how to come back. At sabi nga ni Coach Tim Ko, no, that sa kanilang history, sa kanilang kasaysayan as a PBA contender, they have been able to come back from do-or-die situations. So they've been there before. Sabi nga niya, back against the wall, but we need to put this game away. Ang mindset dito ni Coach Tim Cone, pag-usapan muna natin itong game number 4, tsaka na natin pag-usapan yung game number 5, at darating din yan para sa Sanmig Coffee.
For this series to reach a game number 5, Sanmig Coffee needs to win tonight, a must-win situation for the Mixers. However, they will not get a big game from Big Game James, because quite simply, James Yap won't be able to play tonight. Question mark kung umabot man tayo ng Game 5 or kung umabot man ng Sanmig Coffee pagdating ng finals.
Well, ang term na ginamit ni Coach Tim Cone to describe Big Game James Yap not able to play is they're shutting him down for the series, meaning to say shut down for repairs. The way he has played 33 minutes last time out, 7 points in game number 3, talagang he's pushing himself to the limit. At sabi ni Coach Tim Cone, naaawa na siya, no? This is a guy who plays with so much heart, and he wants to do it for the franchise, he wants to do it for the fans. At si Coach Tim Cone na mismo ang stepped into the situation, at sabi niya kay Big Game James, wag na muna, no? We don't want you hurt. This game is not there to win at all costs. Certainly not at his expense.
I'm sorry, Erica Padilla is ready with James Yap.
James, you're suited up right now, pero gusto naming malaman sa lahat kung ano ba ang aasahan namin sa'yo for the rest of the series.
Out of the series na ako, no? And kailangan talaga ipahinga talaga, yung total yung rest talaga, dahil ginawa na namin lahat, and then nagtatight pa rin. So ang sabi ng PT namin and doctor namin na kailangan total yung rest. So yun.
Pero may pagkakataon ba na mag-iba to pag nakapasok kayo sa finals?
Well, sana kung makapasok, tignan natin, no? Pero win-workout ko talaga, and seryoso talaga sa therapy ko ngayon, dahil ito lang yung paraan para mawala yung injury.
Maraming salamat, James. Good luck. Balik sa inyo.
Salamat, Eric. And naturally, Kinito, guys like Denzel, PJ, Mark, now that they totally know, completely know that no James Yap for tonight, ano epekto niyan? Mindset, strategy, game plan.
Well, malaking hamon ito for Sunbeam Coffee kasi hindi lang one or two players need to step up. It's the whole team. At dapat meron din silang rallying point. Now they want to be able to win, hindi lang for the franchise, hindi lang for the fans. They want to be able to win this for big game, James Yap.
In a moment, sisimulan na natin game number 4 of this PBA semifinal showdown. We'll be back after these.
I'm Tony De La Cruz. Also at forward, number 2, Robert Dozier. And at center, number 7, Sonny Dos. And coach for the Aces is Coach Luigi Trillo. And now the starting 5 for your San May Coffee Mixers. At guard number 14, Mark Baroka. Also at guard number 8, Peter June Simon. At center number 21, Denzel Bowles. At forward number 38, Joe DeVance. And also at forward number 15, Mark Pingris. Head coach in the Coffee Mixers is Coach Tim Cone. Our referees for the ball game are No King Canada, Filipino, Jim Manawe, Peter Bob.
And here are your primary protagonists for game number 4.
Again, you take a look at the starting lineups. Sonny Dos starting at center for Alaska. Although Robert Dozier is there, si Denzel Bowles, you know that he's a fixture in the middle para sa San May Coffee. And eventually, you're going to see Bowles and Dozier square off.
First possession, pupunta sa San May Coffee. They are in immaculate white. Ang Alaska, they are in fighting red. Pingris to Baroka. We were discussing Kinito in the production room. Yung pagkatalo ng San May Coffee in game number 3, masakit because it could be very demoralizing for them.
Well, also because in a best-of-5 series, the time you lose game 3 after a 1-all tie, yun na talaga masakit because that's very key. That gives you a twice-to-beat advantage. At you see that there's momentum now with the way Alaska is playing. Nakita ko rin kanina, no? Right when they enter the court for their warm-ups, tumakbo sila, no? All the way from the dressing room onto the court. And that's a very good sign. They feel that they are loose and it looks like they are enjoying themselves right now.
By the way, our officials for tonight, John Marabe, Edward Aquino, and Noel Kilingen will be the Chief Justice for tonight's Supreme Court.
Hindi ko palagi natin napapag-usapan itong Alaska because, you know, this is a team that has re-emerged sa conference natin. But let's not forget that San May Coffee is a team that plays with tremendous heart. And any team that is coached by Coach Tim Cone has a chance to win even with back against the wall. Any team that has a Denzel Bowles is a championship caliber player, someone who has won the Best Import Award, means to say that San May Coffee has a major chance to win this game and push it to a game 5.
Cyrus Baguio is going to the line. You know, if we were to put things in perspective, naturally, as Baguio makes the first free throw, let's go to our Dean's list. And for Alaska, naturally, you want to go for the KO.
Exactly, no, because they don't want the game 5. Importante that they put a body on Mark Pingris. Pingris had a solid game in game number 3. 15 points, 15 rebounds, and 6 assists. I think they need to have a roadblock on those passing lanes because in game number 1, which San May Coffee won, they had 24 assists, but in the 2 losses, their assist average went down to 19. Anytime that Alaska holds San May Coffee to less than 20 assists a game, chances of winning improve. And finally, dapat JV Casio must be in control. Game number 3, he had 4 assists and 5 turnovers. That means efficiency rate was not there. Despite the fact na nalong Alaska in overtime, Casio has to be the stabilizer. He's the guy who orchestrates. That means his efficiency level must be high at all times.
Casio, by the way, called for his first personal foul. Yan ang unang team foul laban sa Alaska. And the second free throw for PJ Simon goes in. He went 1 out of 2. And which is why Alaska is ahead 4-3 in the early moments of the opening quarter.
yung X factor dito ng Sammy Coffey has to be Joe Devance because now playing at the 3 spot, he's someone who has a major advantage in height. So kailangan ma-capitalize ng Sammy Coffey yung mismatch that Joe Devance brings.
Here's Tony De La Cruz, sends it out to JV. JV fires a 3. No go. Rebound, Denzel Bowles. Cross court, Baroka to Devance. Here's Bowles trailing, firing, and missing. But there's a foul spotted by referee Edward Aquino. It's against Sonny Toss, his first personal. That'll be number 2 against Alaska. And let's all check out the needs list for Sammy Coffey.
Well, no panic button here for Coach Timko. Number 1, where's Monster Bowles? Meaning to say, dito sa ating serya, he's averaging only 13 points. But in the quarterfinals, yung best of 3 series nila against Meralco, he averaged 31.7 points. So the old Bowles must show up in this game. Pangalawa, I think they need to get back in transition big time because in game number 2, Alaska outscored Sammy Coffey in fast break points 10-0, and in game 3 it was 12-4. Finally, they need to negate Rob Dozier's interior defense. See that 3-point shot being taken and connected by Alaska. Yung sinasabi ko kanina about Rob Dozier's interior defense, he's a killer. Inside the painted area, the way he protects the rim. Game number 3, he had 5 blocked shots out of Alaska's 10. He's an intimidating shot blocker. What you want to do if you're Sammy Coffey is take him away from the basket area. Meaning to say, draw him out by taking the mid-range shots and draw him in by penetrating, catching his attention, and then making the drop pass to take away his intimidation underneath the basket.
And Devance was held on the arm, the JV Castro. That would be number 2. So 2 early fouls against the primary point guard of Alaska. Here's that 3-point shot earlier by Joseph Evans Castro. And because may 2 fouls na si JV Castro, early entry here para kay RJ Hazul, who was the hero in that overtime period for the Alaska Aces.
That's right, 6 points in the overtime period. But sinasabi nga natin kanina about JV Castro, how he has to be in control. And for Sammy Coffey, this is a great sign para sa kanila. 2 early fouls with JV Castro. He's not going to be able to play the rest of this period. And Castro is such an important element sa galaw ng Alaska.
So we're all tied at 7, and here's Mark Baroka. Sends it to Bowles. Lots of time to shoot for the Mixers. And a nice pass inside to Devance, but Devance throws it away. Probably thought that Mark Pingris was right there to accept his no-look touch pass. Meantime, here's Baguio.
And he had the right idea because yun ang sinasabi natin. You need to be able to penetrate and draw the defense of Dozier towards him.
Breakdown in the Sammy Coffey defense. Tony De La Cruz, walang nakabantay. He scored an easy 2. Devance. No go. Pingris with a rebound. Putback is good.
Weak side rebounding there by Mark Pingris. He's the guy we were saying is such a crucial element dito sa laro ng Sammy Coffey that Alaska needs to put a body on him at all times.
Still over 7 minutes remaining in the opening quarter, and Pingris really bodying up on Dozier. Shot clock down to 3, and Cyrus goes one-on-one. He fires. Rebound, Bowles. Bagsak si Pingris. And there's a loose ball foul here. And that was also number 2 against Sonny Toss. So pareho na sila ni JV Castro with 2 personal fouls apiece.
Ang kagandahan ng ginawa ito ng Sammy Coffey is that they've extended the shot clock ng Alaska down to when halos wala ng oras before they took an attempt. And that's important for Sammy Coffey. Make Alaska plead for its points.
And now Sonny picks up his 3rd personal foul.
Oh, big situation here. Dire situation. That's an offensive foul right there. Or rather, defensive foul.
He pushed
He
off.
That's a defensive foul.
Joe Devance. So fouls, an early issue for Coach Luigi Trillo. JB Casio with 2, Sonny Toss with 3, and we still have 7 minutes to go in the opening period. There's a swipe by Joe DeBans. Forward pass para kay Baroka. Over to Denzel Bowles, and Bowles will miss, but he will take 2.
Ito, binibilisan ng Sunday Coffee yung laro because they realize kulang-kulang na yung starting lineup ng Alaska. And Alaska in the penalty very early in this period. Only one team foul for Sandy Coffee. Not enough elevation because he was held down.
And now the entry of Calvin the Beast Cueva. Remember I asked you when we were watching game number 3, if you remember any rookie in the modern history of the PBA that has a similar effect kung kay Calvin Cueva.
Well, yeah, Benji Paras had a major effect, but it was a different kind of a game that Benji played. He also was the best rookie in that situation. Danny Siegel also was the best rookie, but iba yung dating.
Sige nga, can you explain ano yung pagkakaiba nung Calvin Abueva, yung impact niya, yung epekto niya sa, iba-iba pang klaseng fans as Alex Malyari now joins the ball game. Compared to, mga Benji Paras, even mga Johnny A, Danny Siegel.
Ang tawag ko yan, Johnny, swagger ladder. And
sorry, what's that?
Swagger ladder.
Swagger ladder.
Yes.
Okay.
And for Calvin Abueva, he's number 10 out of 10. That's swagger ladder. Yung mga iba, way down the totem pole. This guy has a lot of swagger, and his confidence level is very high, very colorful, very energetic. Ibang klaseng dating ni Calvin Abueva. I want to share something about Calvin. During the rookie camp, when he just applied for the draft at PBA, all the rookies were asked to do push-ups and pull-ups. Si Calvin Abueva did only 13 push-ups.
13 lang?
Yes, and only 1 pull-up.
I can do that.
Mark Baroka had 107 push-ups. Okay? Yan ang difference si Jan. JB Casio had 50 push-ups. Pero si Calvin Abueva, 13. In other words, hindi siya masyadong ginanahan in that situation.
Hindi mahilig sa circuit training pala.
Because he's got his own mindset. That's what makes him different.
Abueva fires and misses. Ball bounces high off the rim. Bola ng Sandy Coffee. They're on top by 1. We're halfway done dito sa opening quarter. Here's Malyari. Lob pass para kay Bowles and ran out of space. So turnover against Sandy Coffee. 5:52 remaining in the opening quarter. Timeout muna tayo. We're back inside the championship capital of Philippine basketball, the Smart Araneta Coliseum. And right now, Sandy Coffee protecting a precarious 1-point lead. And Robert Dozier goes in with an aggressive move, and he'll take 2. Meantime, let's send in Erica Padilla with a report on Coach Tim Cone.
Natapos ang Game 3 with an overtime at nakita natin kung gaano kabagsik ang laban ng Alaska Aces against Sammy Coffee Mixers na napaamin si Coach Tim how they were outplayed and outcoached during the last 5 minutes which they could have taken advantage of. Ngayon, matindi ang pressure sa kanila na dalhin ang laban sa Game 5. Kailangan lang daw nila dagdagan ng effort and use their emotion to fuel their game.
Well, definitely a very emotional series. And not only on the part of one team, but the other team as well.
Are you surprised that Tim would readily admit as Denzel connects? No, he's being outcoached and that his team is being outplayed in this series.
That's part of Coach Tim Cone's way of pumping up his players. Getting them to feel humble, not making them think that they've got the ability to easily overcome odds. So para sinasabi niya sa team niya, okay, we've been outcoached, but it's a challenge. It's not only a challenge to his team, but it's a challenge to himself.
Calderon Tiveros gave Alaska a 1-point lead as we go under 5 minutes dito sa opening period. Baroka against the Beast, and Baroka is fouled. That will be number 2 against Calvin.
And too many fouls being given up by Alaska. That's why they're playing a zone defense right now, so they don't commit too many fouls. Pag naka-foul na naman si Calvin Abueva.
There's a 3-point shot by Don Ontiveros. Kanina pa nasa penalty ang Alaska, and Sandy Coffee can't blame them for taking advantage of that situation as Mark Barroca makes the first free throw.
And that's why there was an adjustment to play the zone defense because nasa penalty na sila with still a lot of basketball time left sa ating first 12 minutes.
We're all tied up at 15. Here's Abueva, burst of speed, and the pass ends up with Don on the move. Nice fake. Shot won't drop.
Excellent box out that time for the white shirts. Wala akong nakitang red shirt doon except si Robert Dozier, and he was surrounded. He was boxed out of the situation. No second chance attempt for Alaska.
RJ Azul, kasama si Don Ontiveros, Robert Dozier, Calvin Abueva, and Gabby Espinas para sa Alaska. Here's Azul. Sets up Espinas, top of the key. That's good.
I was talking to Coach Tim Cohn and asking him about whether he sees Coach Luigi Trillo running a lot of triangle. At sabi niya, parang hindi masyado nakikita yung effect of the triangle offense the way Alaska is playing. They're using a lot of motion. They're using a lot of handoffs and ball screens.
Here's Dozier. Abueva wants it. He fires and scores.
And so I asked Coach Tim, you think it's because of Calvin Abueva? They're not running the triangle. They want to do a lot of improvising to take advantage of the individual talents of their players. Well, posible. Yung nga, isang dahilan.
Baka tinanong si Calvin, ano bang favorite mong shape? Hindi daw triangle, octagon daw. As in, the octagon. Here's Barroca, floater, no go. Rebound for Calvin. Calvin's on the move. 1 against 5. Abueva still has the ball. He locates Don for 3. So Sandy Coffee staring at a 4-point disadvantage here. 15 to shoot. Bola pupunta kay Joe Devance with a height advantage against Abueva. Abueva with 2 personal fouls. They send it out. Malyari for 3. The tap goes to Azul. Over to Espinas, and that pass was interrupted by Denzel Bowles. 2:39 remaining in the first. Lamang ang Alaska. Live coverage worldwide. Game number 4 in a best-of-5 series between the Sandy Coffee Mixers and the Alaska Aces, and that's a 5-second violation against Gabby Espinas, who could not start the play in time. For Luigi Trillo, all they need to do is win tonight, and they're in the finals. For Sandy Coffee, they need to win tonight to force a game number 5, which will happen on Monday. Migo Halili here with El Decano, Senor Quinito Henson, and Erica Padilla completes our triumvirate or trio for the broadcast team as Barroca fakes, sends it to the van, shot clock winding down. Joe, where's he going? Spinaroo! Yes, sir!
A tough shot by Joe Devance. But he found himself in a situation where he could score because nasa loob siya ng painted area. Time you're in a situation like that, you have to make use of your height disparity, and yun ang advantage to Joe Devance.
Missed by Ontiveros, and Sandy Coffee now down by just 2. With under 2 minutes remaining dito sa opening quarter. Here's Devance, who missed that, who made that magical shot earlier. Pasa kay Barroca. That's good for 3.
Magandang ikot ang bola for Sandy Coffee. And Coach Luigi Trillo is wondering now how to reorganize his troops because 3 of his key players in foul trouble. You watch it right there, the way he pirouetted to make that shot off the glass.
Is that 3 by Barroca to give Sandy Coffee a 1-point lead, 2019. So 2 minutes remaining dito sa opening quarter, and Sandy Coffee just regained the lead here at 2019 on a Mark Barroca 3-point shot. And there's a warning on Alaska head coach Luigi Trillo for showing resentment to a non-call. Once again, Sandy Coffee will be playing without James Yap for the remainder of the series. That lower back problem proving to be too painful to overcome. And here's Dondon Ontiveros. Dondon to Espinas. Espinas attacks. Goes under the bridge for 2.
What a way to play the offense with penetration and a nice handoff to Gabby Espinas.
Rafa Rivas now part of the ball game along with Leo Nahorda. And here's Barroca again. That's a 3.
Barroca with 9 points. Sanmei Coffee taking charge here with a big difference in terms of free throws. 9 out of 12 from the line against 3 out of 4 for Alaska. Ganun din, the way they've been able to be accurate from the 3-point distance. They're shooting 40% from 3-point range. And that's big in a game like this.
Foul laban kay Alex Malyari as Calvin Abueva goes back to the Alaska bench. Nick Velasco coming in for Robert Dozier. Cyrus Baguio was the one who checked in para kay Abueva. Here's Azul to Cyrus against Malyari. Cyrus inside, outside Velasco. Dondon for 3. In and out. Wow, Cyrus and Rivas going hand-to-hand combat there away from the basketball. So we have under a minute remaining dito sa opening quarter. Still a 2-point lead for Sanmei Coffee. And there's a push, I think, against Gabby Espinas. No, it's against Cyrus Baguio.
The penalty situation in effect here. Free throws again for Sanmei Coffee. Mababanggit lang natin kanina, no, that Sanmei with a big advantage in free throws so far because of the fouls given up by Alaska.
Early penalty situation para sa Alaska as Rivas misses the first free throw.
Nakaka-9 personal fouls na ang Alaska as against 4 for Sanmei. Sanmei wala pa nga sa penalty.
So Rivas extends that Sanmei lead to 3 points, 24-21. 30 seconds remaining bago matapos ang opening quarter. 13 to shoot. Hazul sends it to Cyrus. Baguio against Wesley Gonzalez. And that's a foul against Wesley, and that will mean 3 free throws for Cyrus Baguio. So now both teams are in the penalty, and 3 free throws here para kay Cyrus Baguio. He misses the first.
Well, certainly not a good play that time for Wesley Gonzalez nung na-foul si Cyrus Baguio. Wala pa sila sa penalty. Nabigyan tuloy ng 3 free throws si Cyrus Baguio, and I'm sure Coach Tim Con will have something to say about that during the timeout. At, in a game like this, very tight, very emotional, you can't afford to make too many mistakes. And that was a major mistake towards here, the end of the first period.
Well, Sanmei Coffee can write the last sentence of the opening chapter. Rivas nudging Espinas away. Good triple team on Rafa Rivas, who is not a ball carrier. And that's a foul in the backcourt.
And that's a penalty na sa Sanmei Coffee. We were just talking about making mistakes. Ito, in the last so many seconds here, you have a situation of Rafi Rivas na hindi namang dapat siya magdala ng bola, dribbling the ball, and that's the reason why tatlo yung nandun sa kanya, converging against him, finally getting the turnover.
Tim Cone does not like what's happening in the last minute of play. So we have 7 seconds to go, and Wesley Gonzalez has the ball. Over to Rafi Rivas. 3 seconds to go. Nahorda. 1 second to go. Top shot. And that ends the opening quarter. And Alaska is ahead. 25-24 at the end of the opening period. This is game number 4 of a best-of-5 series. Alaska leads the series 2-1.